Okay, folks, I want to talk to you about, I want you to look at the insulation right here. Okay, see how bad this is? Now here's what I've done is I've actually just taken out all the insulation here. This is nothing but a bare can. What I'm going to do, this unit got totally saturated, had a coil pan leak. The insulation was drenched wet, so she lost the integrity of the insulation. So what I've done here, preparation is the key to re-insulate an air handler. So I vacuumed it all out. I'm actually going to vacuum it a little bit more just to show you what I'm talking about. I just take my regular shop vac. Okay, so the bottom line is we have to have a nice, dry, clean area. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this armaflex, and I'm just going to show this to you. Here's a full sheet of it. This armaflex comes in 3/4 inch or 1/2 inch. It's usually 3 by 5 sheets. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to measure what I need here. Measure all out, length, width. I'm going to get some spray glue. All you technicians and all you service guys know how to use the spray glue. Then we're going to take it and we're going to cut it to fit right up in here. We're just going to make a whole new sleeve here. Okay? I'll show you how that works in just a moment when I get this finished. So basically we're going to put this new armaflex inside, and actually the R value of the housing will be much better than it was from the factory. Plus, if it gets wet, it won't saturate the insulation. I'll get back with you in just a moment. I just wanted to show you what we're doing here. We're actually taking a piece of armaflex, we're sliding it up under the flange, because when we took the insulation out, that insulation come out too. What we're really doing basically is just custom fitting this 3/4 inch armaflex sheet to this particular air handler. It's important to make sure you take your time. I dry fit everything. Make sure it's all going to fit perfectly before you start screwing and gluing, which we'll show you in just a couple moments. Okay, so what we've done, folks, we have actually cut this armaflex to fit the can. I want you to see. Got the height. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to start from the bottom, and I'm going to use this spray adhesive right here. This is very good stuff. You guys use it on your metal tape when you tape your plenums. Sometimes when you tape your collars, especially the old ductwork. This works real well, so I'm just going to shake it up good. You have a nice dry surface, clean, which is the key. And we'll pull it back, and it's very important we get the corners really good. So I'm going to start with the corners, and I'm going to be very generous. Okay, I'm going to really just soak it to it. I don't care if we use a whole can. Now I'm going to spray my armaflex too. I'm going to spray my corners because I want a good tight fit. Now I'm also going to give it a little while to dry in this heat, which we have plenty of it here in South Florida. This is going to be on here for many years. You don't want this to come loose. If it comes loose, it collapses on top of your blower motor and burn out the ECM motor again. And this particular unit's almost out of warranty. Alright, so you see what I'm doing here, folks. I'm really just laying it to it here. Especially on these edges so it'll hold. And now I'm going to take it up here. I'm going to put it up very closely. Let me start up here. Now what I like to do, I usually get a flat, the best thing that works is a paint roller. I just don't have mine this morning. I'm going to take it up here and I'm really going to push this very tight. That's very important that we do that. Now we're going to run down and we're going to really press this against it. what you're trying to do is make sure there's no air pockets, nothing left to be desired. Everything is totally tight, 100% against your backside here. Okay, now, I'm just going to pick up the bottom and roll the bottom back. And I'm going to do the same thing. See how sore my glue is? I'm going to really glue the hound out of this thing. This will keep your air handlers from sweating, especially when you wet the insulation of these air handlers. You lose the integrity of the R value, and it really never works the same. Plus, also, you have an opportunity to pick up mold and mildew and mold spores to grow, because wherever you're happy, the mold germs are happy. And once again, I'm going to do the edges because I want a good bite. I'm going to lay it down. And take my little, I'm going to call it my squeegee right now. Get a good, nice, firm bite. Now, just so you know, we have more armaflex here. We are going to cut a piece and put it right here. We are going to cut a piece and put it right here. Same principle. We're just going to measure it and cut it to fit. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get some long screws. In this particular case, since this is 3/4 inch, I'm going to get self-tapping screws about 1 inch, and then I'm going to take some washers, some flat washers, and I'm going to screw periodically through here, just every once in a while, down here, just to help the insulation hold, just in case it ever decided to come loose again. Okay? So I'll show you that in a couple of minutes. Yep. Okay, now what we've done here, we've insulated the air handler. We used the armaflex insulation I told you about. We bought sheets of this stuff. We spray glued it and we screwed. Now I want to show you another trick here. I use this right here, and what I've done is I've actually just went across everything again. Just make sure there's no air pockets, okay? That's very important. There's no air pockets, because if you have air pockets, if it gets any moisture, then it'll cause the whole thing to collapse. So I went through it a couple times. One thing I'm going to do to ensure that I have no problems is I'm going to take some screws. These are about 1 inch, because I don't really want to smash my armaflex too much, then you lose the integrity. I'm going to go over here on some of the seams is what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to put some screws through here. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm going to put one at the bottom. Then I'm going to put 3 or 4 at the top. Okay. So the point I'm trying to make here, guys, is just because you've used glue, you've made it cut to fit, don't mean you may not have moisture issues. Now I'm just going to randomly go right here, and I'm just going to put a couple. I know the blower assembly is going to be right in this general area, so I'm going to come over here and put, say, one here. Now these are going to stump to the top, but you just take your snips and just cut them off, okay? See how that's fitting? I know that will not come off. Preparation is the key to success with stuff like this. We've taken quite a bit of time to do this today. Well, hold on a second. Okay, now I'm going to put a couple more in the back down here, but you don't need to watch me do that. This is one of the things that prevents the air handler from sweating is good insulation. I did this because it will not seep water. It will not absorb water. This thing will be good for several more years. The bottom line, if you have any questions about this, just give us a call at Jones Air Conditioning, 239-596-5855. Go to jonesairconditioning.com. If you like this, please share, please subscribe, and please comment. Thank you.